A very good afternoon to you. Welcome to this edition of Lunchtime News here on Mtv Sports with News First. I'm Shahan Jarangpati. Let's take a look at your headlines this afternoon. Foreign companies that do not have a local representative cannot supply medicines to the island. 10 lorries that transport vegetables without using plastic crates seized in Avisavela. The White House says that the Obama administration has repeatedly taken up its concerns about Chinese cyber theft. Now for those stories in detail. Minister of Health Maithripala Sirisena says that foreign companies that do not have a local representative will not be allowed to supply medicines to the island. The minister notes that this move was taken in a bid to protect local businessmen. The minister points out that therefore it is the responsibility of local businessmen to supply medicines to the market without any shortages. Minister of Health Maithripala Sirisena expressed these views during a meeting held with local drug manufacturers yesterday. The British Foreign Office has denied reports that Britain had sold millions of pounds of weapons to the Sri Lankan military last year. According to Alistair Burt, Foreign and Commonwealth Office Minister, reacting to a recent media report, noted that a majority of the small arms were provided for private security companies countering piracy in the region. Alistair Burt tweeted, quote, US has not approved the exports of small arms to the Sri Lankan military, unquote. Recent media reports said that over £2 million worth of small arms were exported to Sri Lanka from the United Kingdom last year. The statistics have been scraped from the UK government database for strategic export control by the Campaign Against the Arms Trade. Moving on to more local news, the Consumer Affairs Authority has taken into custody 10 lorries transporting vegetables without the use of plastic crates. The lorries were seized in the Puakpiti area in Avisavela. An officer of the authority said the lorries were transporting vegetables from Ambelipitia, Valikada and Kapatipola, Colombo. The lorries were seized by the Consumer Affairs Authority at the Puakpiti police post in Avisavela today. The Consumer Affairs Authority said that the lorries were transporting vegetables to the Manning Market in Colombo. The authority noted that the lorries had violated the law by not using plastic crates to transport vegetables. The drivers of the lorries who were taken into custody by the Consumer Affairs Authority will be produced before the Avisavela Magistrate Court today. The Department of Health of the Sabaragama province says that 11 deaths have been reported from the Ratnapura district due to Japanese encephalitis. Director of Health Services of the Sabaragama province, Dr. Kapila Kanangara, said 11 patients with Japanese encephalitis have been reported from the Ratnapura district. 3 patients were reported from the Kegol district. 60,000 children between the ages of 9 and 10 in the Ratnapura district have been vaccinated. However, issuing a communique, the Ministry of Health notes that the number of patients infected with Japanese encephalitis stands at 8. The ministry says that the other patients have contracted viral encephalitis. JVP leader Somawangsa Amarasinghe charges that people are burdened by taxes and the activities that should ideally be carried out with the tax money that is collected. Amarasinghe leveled this allegation during a conference held in Ramukkana yesterday.
Is there free education? We paid 2 rupees for 3 months. That payment was not for our studies but for facilities. Today, the parents have to provide desk and chairs and the blackboard. They have to also pay taxes, paint the school and do everything for the schools. What is the point of paying taxes and then undertaking things that should be done with the tax money that is collected? The parents don't want to speak about this at the school development meeting because their children will be affected.
Voting is underway at 72 centres across the island to elect the new president of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka. The voting commenced at around 7:30 this morning. Secretary of the BASL, Sanjay Gamage, said voting will conclude at 5 this evening. 3 candidates are contesting for the post of president of the BASL. Well, News First contacted Assistant Secretary of the BASL, Charit Galhena, for more details.
The election for the president post for the Bar Association for the year 2013-2014 is held today in all the branches across the island, and there are over 11,000 members eligible to vote at the election, and there are 3 candidates for the post of president, Mr. Uppu Jayasuriya, Mr. Tiranthavaliyadda PC, and Mr. RRX Sangaraja. And the election would commence from 8 and it would go until 5 p.m. in the evening, and after 5 p.m. results would be released.
A group of police officers who were on a search operation to arrest a suspect was shot at in Valikada. The police said that a police officer who sustained injuries in the shooting was admitted to the Valikanda hospital. The shooting occurred during a search operation carried out by the police, who were following up on information received regarding house robbery. The police media unit said that the suspect connected to the shooting had fled the scene of the incident, while operations are underway with the assistance of the army to apprehend the suspect. Still in local news, the Central Environmental Authority has decided to commence a study on the environmental changes experienced in various parts of the island in the recent past.
Chairman of the authority, Vimal Rubasinghe, said that the study will be conducted with the involvement of various institutions, environmentalists and scientists. Vimal Rubasinghe added that special attention has been focused on the unusual coloured rains that were experienced in several areas, the tremors in Ampara and the landslides that occurred in Matale. Following the conclusion of the study, attention will be focused on the necessary action that should be taken regarding such environmental changes.
A wild elephant strayed into the Rotoava area in Rambawa, severely inconveniencing the villagers. Our correspondent said that the wild elephant had even tried to attack a villager.
According to the villagers, the wild elephant had strayed into the Rotoava area at around 4 last morning. We told the children to be silent. We closed the doors and we told the person living in the opposite house not to come outside. But the person came out of the house when the dog started barking. The elephant, which was near the bow tree, then came near the house. Our correspondent said that the children in the village were unable to attend school since the wild elephant had remained in the Rotoava area until 7 a.m.
Meanwhile, a crocodile had strayed into a house located in the Buduruvagal area in Buttala.
The crocodile had strayed into the house last night, and the occupants of the house said it had remained inside the house until this morning. The villagers who captured the crocodile had informed the Gonagangara police regarding the incident. According to our correspondent, the wildlife officers of Gonagangara had taken away the 5-feet-long crocodile. The villagers said that this was the first time that a crocodile had strayed into the area.